If you're an entrepreneur, you've probably felt that tight knot in your stomach when you look at your calendar and you see nothing. No calls booked, no new leads, just silence. It's one of the scariest feelings in business because without leads, you have no conversations. Without conversations, you have no sales. And without sales, you don't have a business. The good news, lead generation is not magic, talent, or luck. It's a system. And once you understand it, you can create leads consistently, even if you're brand new, even if you don't have an audience, and even if the algorithm seems to hate you. So today I'm going to break down a simple, repeatable, stress-free lead generation framework that any entrepreneur can use to grow a real contact list from scratch. So let's get into it. Why entrepreneurs struggle with lead generation. And it's not what you think. Most entrepreneurs blame their lack of leads on things that sound logical. They say things like, I don't have enough followers. I don't have enough marketing budget yet. I'm not a natural salesperson. But none of those things are the real problem. Here's the truth most people miss. Lead generation is not a skill issue. It's a structure issue. You don't need to be charismatic. You don't need to be a celebrity. You don't need to be perfect. You simply need a system that does the heavy lifting for you. So let's break down that system. Part 1. Understand where leads actually come from. Every lead you'll ever generate, no matter what industry you're in, will come from one of the 4 simple places. Once you know these 4 sources, you can stop guessing and start creating predictable momentum. First is outbound. You start the conversation. This is direct outreach, DM messages, comments, emails. You go first. Not pitching, not spamming, not blasting your link. Just being a human who initiates a conversation. The second source is inbound, where they find you. This is when your content, message, or your presence naturally attracts people. People will raise their hand, people will comment, people will follow your call to actions. The third source is networking, real connections. This is your existing network. Friends, family, coworkers, past colleagues, people your friends introduce you to. Most entrepreneurs underestimate how many leads are sitting in their real life. And the last source of leads is paid advertising. Once you have a working offer, ads allow you to scale what already works. If you've ever wondered why lead generation feels random, chaotic, or inconsistent, it's because you haven't organized your actions around these 4 sources yet. Once you do, everything becomes easier. So let's talk about outbound. This is the beginner-friendly way to generate leads quickly. Outbound leads is the fastest way to get traction, especially when you're starting from zero. But let's clear something up. Outbound is not about pitching strangers. Outbound is starting conversations with the right people. Here's the easiest formula that you can use today. The conversation starter formula. First, you're going to notice something, a post, a question, a comment, or a milestone. Then you're going to acknowledge it. And then you're going to ask a simple, relevant question. For example, hey Sarah, I saw your post wanting to get better systems in place for your business. What's the biggest thing that you're trying to fix right now? More leads or more consistency? No pressure, no pitch, no weird energy, just connection. This alone can generate 5 to 10 conversations a day, which leads to 1 to 2 opportunities per day. That's 30 to 60 opportunities a month, all for free. In this section, we're going to tell you how to attract leads instead of chasing. Inbound lead generation happens when you post value that speaks directly to your ideal customers' problems. The 3 types of inbound content that create leads consistently are 1. Problem-aware content, where you articulate the issue better than they can themselves. For example, most entrepreneurs don't need more followers, they need better messaging. The second type of content is solution-aware content, where you give practical tips, frameworks, or insights that help your audience get clarity. For example, here are 3 reasons your lead generation isn't converting and how to fix it this week. And lastly is the invitation content, where you offer a simple next step. For example, if you want help building a simple lead system for your business, comment leads will not replace outbound, but it will make everything easier. You'll spend less time chasing and more time responding. The next source of leads is networking. This is your hidden gold mine. You have people in your life right now who need your help, know someone who needs your help, would gladly introduce you to someone, would support your business, or who would recommend you if they understood what you actually offer. But most entrepreneurs avoid tapping into their network because they don't want to feel weird. So here's a framework. You're not asking for anything. Instead, you're offering something valuable. Here's a simple networking message that opens doors. Hey, I'm working on growing my business this month, and I'm helping a few entrepreneurs who want more consistent leads. If you know anyone trying to get more traction, would you mind connecting us? Most people respond with, oh, actually, I'm trying to get more leads. Your network is richer than you think, so use it. Next is paid advertising. A lot of entrepreneurs try to run ads before they understand messaging, follow-up, or basic lead flow. That's like putting a jet engine on a bicycle. Advertising works beautifully through outbound and inbound. Once your organic system is working, ads give you scale, ads give you speed, ads give you predictability, and ads give you more conversations than you can handle. But don't skip the foundation. Ads amplify what's already working. They don't fix what's broken. Let's talk about lead magnets. Lead magnets are the easiest way to collect contact information. A simple lead magnet is one of the fastest ways to build your list. The best lead magnets do one thing. They help your audience solve a specific problem quickly. Some example entrepreneurs can use are a short checklist, a simple cheat sheet, a free assessment, or you can even give away something like my free affiliate marketing training. You want to create something small, specific, and actionable. Then use it as a bridge between follower, lead stranger, contact interest, and conversation. Now the next piece is the follow-up system. Your follow-up system turns leads into sales. Here's the truth. Most entrepreneurs don't have a lead generation problem. They have a follow-up problem. They get a lead, they message once, the prospect doesn't reply, and then they give up. But here's what the highest performing entrepreneurs know. Follow-up is leadership. Follow-up is service. Follow-up is how you win. So use this simple 3-step follow-up formula. First, you want to check in. Then you want to reframe the benefit. And last, you want to offer a next step. So for instance, when I check in, I'll say something like, hey, just circling back. How do your week go? Then to reframe the benefit, I'll say something like, most people who work with me get clarity on their lead flow in the first conversation. Lastly, when I offer a next step, so I'll say something like, want to chat for a few minutes and map out your lead plan? You don't need to be aggressive. You just need to be consistent. Now that you have that, I'm going to give you a weekly lead generation routine. Now, if you want predictable leads, use this weekly schedule. On Monday, you're going to create value content, build authority, and attract inbound leads. On Tuesday, you engage in outbound conversations. Start 10 to 20 new conversations. On Wednesday, you're going to grow your list. Promote your lead magnet, your offer, or your calendar. On Thursday, you do networking. Reconnect with 5 to 10 people that you already know. On Friday, review your progress. You've got to check what's working and what isn't. On Saturday, I want you to go ahead and produce some problem-solving content, address pain points, and invite conversations. And then on Sunday, you're going to rest and plan for the week. Set your goals, your intentions, and lead targets for the next week. Consistency beats intensity. Lead generation becomes simple when you follow a system. You don't need to be a marketing genius. You don't need to have a massive audience. You don't need perfect content, and you don't need fancy funnels. Just need a clear message, consistent conversations, a simple lead magnet, ongoing value, a follow-up process, and a little discipline. If you focus on connection, clarity, and consistency, your calendar fills itself. Your business grows, your confidence grows, and you finally feel in control again. So here's what I want you to do right now. Pick one thing from today and do it in the next 24 hours. Most people pick outbound. 10 DMs is the perfect start. 2, drop the word system in the comments and I'll send you my exact lead magnet swipe for free. Remember, You're never given a dream without also being given the power to make it come true. Stop waiting for your leads to find you. Build a simple system, stay consistent, and watch your calendar fill itself. And if you found value in this content, make sure you give it a like, share it, and hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I create content just like this.